I want to ask you, let's get personal. I've always been interested. How is it being KC? Kasi 'di ba, I mean, ikaw yata yung artista na kilala ko na I've seen even yung na sinubaybayan ko, even yung day old pictures mo in the
Oh, really?
magazine.
Oh,
I,
gosh.
sabi ko nga sa'yo, it's in that compilation eh. It's in that notebook. Um, nung nanganak yung mami mo, and di ba, the following day, yung nasa dyaryo na lahat, yung pictures mo, yung meron ka pang takip, I remember, meron ka pang takip sa mata nun eh.
Talaga po ba? Oh my God, tingnan nyo. Ito yung
Yeah.
mga
Sabi sa'yo eh.
ko alam.
Yan, may takip ka sa mata nun, tapos parang na-offend pa yung mami mo kasi parang sabi niya parang nakaka-offend kasi parang people are, may tabloids na nagsasabi na baka bulag yung anak ni Sharon kaya may takip, may ganyan. So alam mo yun, even yung mga ganong details, I can still remember.
Oh, talaga po. Yeah, I just realized that, I have had the opportunity to experience both worlds. Okay, the world that is the normal world, just like everyone else, just like any other girl, just like everyone else,
To be ordinary, parang I find it hard to believe, no? Like, kasi everywhere you go, there's a Filipino, and they will always recognize you.
Yes, but I'm not the only one, no, that's been placed in a situation where you grow up not really understanding the history of your family, or not understanding kung ano yung mundo na sinalihan mo unknowingly. I'm not the only one. But I realized more and more na hindi rin marami yung ganito.
Bilang ko lang nga yata sa kamay kung ilan yung mga showbiz. Well, I tag them as showbiz royalties eh. Yung talagang yung mga second generation for me na ano. Pero how is it? Since day one kasi you've been in the public eye.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's, syempre, people love you and of course there's scrutiny.
Yeah.
Parang, how is it for you?
I mean, it's hard to answer that because I don't know any other life. This is my own, and these are the cards I've been dealt with. But definitely from my observation, and I'm very self-aware. I try my best to really reflect on my life and reflect on my responsibilities. And, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and there was a time I felt I was not allowed to make mistakes, but I think I gave myself permission to make mistakes because it's the only way you can grow and grow up and be a better person. You cannot be a better person if you're a perfect person, and you have to be imperfect to be better than ever. It was a journey for me, most definitely. Maybe I can write a book one day.
You should.
About what it's like, to grow up like this. But I think I didn't realize until later on that I already had a role from the moment I was born. I mean, I may not be, part of like something like British royalty. That's not, that's a whole different level. But somehow the idea na you were born in front of people's eyes, people were, know your family, and we have people who love us. We have a lot of we're very thankful to have supporters and people who have grown up with us, and see how we live our lives and learn from us as well. Parang it's nice to have the opportunity also to understand what you can do pala to affect other people. And I didn't really understand that growing up. For me, showbiz is like it's our life. I mean, not showbiz, but the people being public. It's a part of life that I had eras na hindi ko matanggap. Bakit kailangan lahat naka-announce? Bakit kailangan lahat may opinion yung tao? Bakit kailangan lahat uh, yung parang mag-Happy Mother's Day ako sa mama ko privately. Pero hindi nangyari until publicly mo ginawa. Yung gano'n, yung parang yung mga
Oo.
things na,
So before the era of social media, di ba, parang it never happened kung hindi mo
bakit,
sinabi sa dyaryo, parang ganyan, or sa
bakit,
TV.
bakit hindi nangyari unless nailabas? Bakit gano'n? It's like, you know, and I was very resentful before na parang I'm private kasi nga tahimik lang ako eh. I like to be private sometimes, but then now, baliktad na. Ngayon, parang hindi na ako mapakali pag hindi ko na-share yung happy moments ko sa mga supporters namin. You
So
know,
you have a deeper understanding now of
yes,
this
and,
life you were born into.
and you know, the worlds of politics and showbiz are two of the most high intensity worlds, and I have both in our family, you know. So there's a lot of things that are important for us to take into consideration that for a normal person who didn't grow up with these circumstances, for them hindi nila maintindihan bakit kailangan pa ganun, bakit kailangan pa ganyan. Kasi it's for security reasons also, it's for yung ganon. So a lot it's a very special situation to be put in. And I think the best is for people to feel that, you know, that we're also like them, you know. And I think my vlog helps a lot for people to get to know me, and for them to feel they can also see life through my eyes, you know, and feel
And
that
there's a human being, no, in there. Like, kasi di ba parang ang tingin nila minsan parang, kahit na ano sabihin ko, artista naman to eh.
Tsaka alam mo, hindi dahil artista kami. Kasi may mga naririnig ako na, artista kunyari, sa ibang artista kunyari, something, artista siya eh. Dapat alam niya na, talagang pag-uusapan niya kasi artista siya. Parang when I hear that, in a way, sa bagay siguro, pero at the same time, hirap naman kasi tao lang din kami, di ba? Parang,
Case, I always say this, yung mga artista, for me, well, again, this may be an unpopular opinion. Pero for me, this has been my guiding thing, na ang artista ay public figure. Hindi sila public property. I mean, you may spend on merch, you may spend on the ticket, seeing their movies, you may spend on whatever that's connected to them. Pero you don't buy the humanity, you don't buy the human in the artista. There's a line, there's a divide. Nagbigay sila ng serbisyo eh. Nagpuyat yan, nag-shooting, ganyan. For you to enjoy, for you to be entertained. Kaya ka nga bumili.
But of course kami, I always say, my God, nandito kami because of them. Pero just like we respect them, di ba? Same lang sana na there's also yung tao lang din talaga kami. Hindi, you know, lahat tayo, di ba? Meron tayong mga pagkukulang. And hindi ibig sabihin na nandiyan ka, perfect ka. In fact, you know, I am very, not open, but very honest, you know, about certain things na, you know, good and bad sa buhay ko. I mean, I've learned now that I'm in my 30s na it's okay for people to see that you're not perfect. Okay lang. Mas okay pa nga yun.
Is there any part of your life that you would like to rewrite? You have the power to do so.
Wow! Big question!
Pang Miss Universe, diba?
I mean, you know, of course there are. You know, I wish, you know, I really would like for my mom and I to be best friends again. There's a lot of years that have gone by na you know, na syempre may mga distractions kami. And I know later on in life, we will be better than ever. Hindi mawawala yung pagmamahal namin sa isa't isa. And siguro one day, pag kinasal na ako, and I am the marrying type naman, and pag nagkaanak na ako, I would like to have children in the future. I think that will bring my mom and I closer than ever. And I want her to know na, alam mo yun, mahal na mahal ko siya. And loyal ako sa kanya. Yung talagang nanay
Ikaw
ko
ang
yun.
unang-unang Sharon niya.
Oo, tsaka dugo niya, dugo ko. And alam mo, hindi ako, kung ang lola ko nga, inalagaan namin magnanay, what more siya? Alam mo yun? So, yun. Yun lang yung akin. Yun. So, excited ako for this concert. Kasi,
Lalo mo ko ini-excite, Case. Gusto ko nang
parang
pumunta ng
pangarap ng Sharon Gabi in a way, parang, oh my God, kaya ba ako nandito? Diba? Kasi, diba, parang I feel
I
like,
would have thought this will happen, no?
hindi ko talaga in-expect.